stop. And a loss of 1 now for the 49ers. It'll bring up 3rd and 11. Jackson, the leader on the Browns for tackles, had a season-high 12 in Week 14 against the Jets. Third and long. Browns up 7-0 after an electrifying return by Josh Cribbs to the near side. Lost out of bounds by Battle. Did he get it close enough to the first down marker? And he may be just an inch or so shy.
Yeah, he's just short. And I don't think there's any question that if you're the Niners, you're going for this. They were going to go for the last 4th and short and got the false start penalty.
The ruling on the field is a catch with a fumble forward out of bounds. By rule, we'll put the ball back at the spot of the fumble.
And so he'll come up short.
Yeah, great effort by Battle here, though. But you see that ball comes out. He's about a yard short. Goes back to where he actually lost the ball.
Leadbot forced the fumble.
Yeah, not even close enough to measure. They know it's 4th down.
After the hit by rookie Eric Wright. And it's going to bring up 4th down once again, 4th and short. 0 of 1 on the day, 4th down.
Crowd getting back into it, and that's what forced that false start penalty on the previous 4th and 1 by the Niners.
Gore in the backfield. Wenke to throw. And he misfires, intended for Delaney Walker. I mean, that is tough.
Yeah.
You're so short. He's been around for 2 weeks, and he's going to throw the ball?
Against a team that doesn't stop the run well? Questionable.
The march to Super Bowl 42 is on. The field is set for the run to glory. The NFL players every week in January. The NFL on NASN.
See all the best college football action live on NASN.
The All-State Sugar Bowl, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, the FedEx Orange Bowl, and concluding with the All-State BCS National Championship game between LSU and Ohio State. The All-State Bowl bash begins New Year's Day only on Fox. Who do you like? Ohio State or LSU?
It's going to be a very good game, but this is not going to be popular in Ohio. I think LSU is going to win. Just too much team speed.
Security, please. We need security on the way out.
I said it was going to be a close game, though.
It's the end of the first quarter. They love the Browns, and they also love the Colts and Josh Cribbs.
dancing, and 3 years of law school teach you a lot. For him, it's confidence. For me, it's pride. Go to ncaastudent.org to find out how your child could become one of the many student athletes who go pro in something other than sports.
The hard-hitting action continues with the second game of our Sunday doubleheader. It's the final week of the regular season, and playoff lives are on the line. The modern-day Gladiators let it all hang out in the final week of the regular season. The NFL on NASN. Live next.
Browns lead at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 on a Josh Cribbs 76-yard punt return for a touchdown. Derek Anderson 1 of 3 with an interception on the day, and the 8th give to Jamal Lewis off the left side, and a gain of 9. Let's go to Los Angeles for a game break and go to JC's guy, Kurt Menefee.
Oh, Matt, you're both our guy. Don't feel too sensitive. There's Kyle Orton hooking up with his guy, Mark Bradley, for a 19-yard score. And the Bears lead the Saints 10-0. Back to Matt and everybody's lovable little JC.
Oh, little,
Lovable,
okay. See,
little.
I wasn't going to mention anything about the pregame show and they had you in that skirt and those little chicken legs. I wasn't going to go there, Kurt.
Or the big C. 2 tight ends set, and you saw the playoff scenario for the New Orleans Saints. A first down now for the Browns. The Saints must win, and Washington and Minnesota, who play later on today, they both must lose if the Saints want to head to the playoffs. And of course, they're taking on the Bears, who they faced in the NFC Championship game last season. And they lost to the Bears then, and right now they trail.
And that's why teams always talk about taking care of business early in the year and winning the games you're supposed to win. And you hate to be in a position where you've got to rely on another team to help you get into the playoffs. It's not a good feeling. I've been there too many times.
Anderson, the handoff once again. Jamal Lewis getting a hefty load here. And he is brought down by Patrick Willis and Paris Harrelson on the stop as we take a look at the NFC playoff picture.
And Dallas and Green Bay, they're the top 2 teams. They have a first-round bye, and Seattle and Tampa Bay are division winners. And the Giants are in. They played well last night. They lost, but they're in. It's all up to Washington. Washington, if they win, they're in. If they lose, then it's up to Minnesota. Minnesota wins, then they're in. If they lose, then it's up to New Orleans. If they win, then they'll go in. And look at the trick play.
They snap it to the former quarterback, Cribbs, and there are flags down. Cribbs has the first down, but will it stand? The direct snap to Cribbs.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to finish my playoff scenarios. They come out with the trick play there.
They have so many weapons offensively, and they've attempted to work Josh Cribbs in to more of their formations.
Illegal shift on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
And one of the things that the general manager, Phil Savage, told us in speaking to him prior to the start of the game, he said that's been one of the issues with them offensively. It's been the formations and not knowing where to go, and it's led to a lot of penalties.
Yeah, it has, and you see right there, that's obviously something that they probably worked on a couple times this week, but Derek Anderson, depending on where those wide receivers are lined up, he either has to reset, go out there and get himself set for a second before they snap the ball, and just an illegal shift there. But a guy like Joshua Cribbs, as much of an offensive weapon as he is, they got to get him the ball.
Jason Wright in the backfield. Is going to be 2nd and 14 after the penalty. Anderson set to throw. And he dumps it off to Wright. Wright cuts back, and he's brought down by the rookie Patrick Willis, who leads the NFL in tackles, coming in with 162 out of Brewston, Tennessee.
Yeah, Patrick Willis he's impressive. To be a rookie and to lead this league in tackles, and he's the first 49er rookie defender since Ronnie Lott to be named a Pro Bowler, but he is all over the field. He's nonstop, and we've seen him a lot this year, and his development is just unbelievable. He's got a lot of natural athletic ability, but he's learning how to play the game. And wherever the ball is, you better believe 52 is going to be somewhere close.
3rd and 8 now for the Browns. Derek Anderson goes up top, and he has Braylon Edwards. Edwards in for the touchdown. Browns on the board again. 45-yard strike. A Michigan man up against a Buckeye, Nate Clements.
That's a matchup that we're going to see all day, but it really is set up by Jamal Lewis running the ball, forces that safety to come down. They get some pressure on Anderson here. Inside, Bryant Young, they're fighting, they're trying to get inside, just doesn't get there quick enough. He's a step too late. That allows Braylon Edwards down here just to run this post inside on Nate Clement. There's no safety help in the middle. They call that zero coverage. Everybody's got a man, the safety's out of there.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 17 on Cleveland. A 15-yard penalty for taunting, reinforced on the kickoff.
You got him for taunting there, but you can see Braylon Edwards, he was telling those guys, I just gave him a head fake to the outside, forced Nate Clements to open his hips, and then he just broke to the post.
And you see him explaining to Romeo Crennel, at least his side of the story.
Yeah.
Romeo's like, hey, we don't need your side of the story. You just cost us 15 yards. Although you did put us on the board.
Yeah.
14-0 Browns. Derek Anderson goes up top, and he finds Braylon Edwards.
There was a moment there where I thought, that was a pretty doggone good throw. I can probably play.
My sophomore year against Thomasville, I only got 3 balls. And those 3 went for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew right then that I was on my way.
And the stadium was rocking, it was packed. Got a total of 400-some yards. That's when I knew.
When people stopped calling me Archie's boy, started calling me Peyton, that was a big moment for me.
Well, Braylon Edwards with that last catch, he only needed 15 yards to break Webster Slaughter's franchise record. He got it that 45-yard touchdown, and you know, that's saying a lot. I played against Webster Slaughter for a number of years, and you know, he was definitely a very good wide receiver. So to be able to come in and break his franchise record in a year of receiving yards says a lot about what Braylon Edwards has been able to accomplish this year.
A lot of those yards weren't against you, were they?
No, he probably got 2 or 3 of them.
2 or 3, maybe. Jammed them, held them. They kick off from their own 15. Maurice Hicks takes it. Hicks at the 40, looking for more up to the 45 before he's finally brought down at the 47-yard line. And the Cleveland Browns lead 14-0. Braylon Edwards on his 16th touchdown.
Oh, can I help you?
Yeah, my wife thinks we need a new roof, but I agree 100%. I mean, a new roof it is. Huh? Huh? House is done. But the fence?
From roofing to siding to fencing, Lowe's offers professional installation in over 40 categories, and every job is guaranteed.
We are finally moving to the backyard. That's what I'm thinking.
Visit Lowe's today. Let's build something together.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Just help me this once, and I'll never ask for anything again. Ever. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Next time, get a dependable Interstate battery. They're tested, trusted. Find a dealer at 1-800-CRANK-IT or interstatebatteries.com.
Something strange happens to people this time of year. They look for reasons to buy a new Toyota. We call it the Toyotathon phenomenon. And while you're there, see the all-new 2008 Sequoia with an available 381 horsepower V8 engine and up to 10,000 pounds of awesome towing capacity. There's never been a better time to get the new Toyota you've always wanted or needed. Hurry in. The Toyotathon phenomenon ends soon.
One future.
It's the robots determined to annihilate the human race.
One hope.
I'm not who they think I am. Some messiah.
One tough mother.
Grab the guns. I'll make pancakes.
Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. The 2-night premiere event begins 2 weeks from tonight on Fox.
The hard-hitting action continues with the second game of our Sunday doubleheader. It's the final week of the regular season, and playoff lives are on the line. The modern-day Gladiators let it all hang out in the final week of the regular season. The NFL.
1,200-yard rusher, a 1,200-yard receiver. Their tight end has caught over 1,000 yards. The other receiver, Joe Juravicious, over 600 yards. They've got a lot of weapons on this offense. You know, they're the only team this season that has that. You know, a rusher over 1,000, 2,000-yard receivers. And you got to think that Jasinski, who came in as the offensive coordinator, Wes Chandler's the receiver coach, Alfredo Roberts, tight end coach, all those guys, you got those guys playing at a high level.
Phil Savage said we want to re-sign Jamal Lewis. He's indicated that it's not going to take anything big as far as the length of the contract. He's even said that it'd be year to year, so the discussions have already begun there, and Phil Savage feels as though he knows him well because of their days in Baltimore. And then Derek Anderson, you look at the San Francisco 49ers, a prime example of the Carolina Panthers. You need more than one quarterback, and so they want to wrap up Derek Anderson as well.
Yeah, they're going to try to get both of those guys signed for next year. And you know, Derek Anderson's a restricted free agent. They're going to high tender him, and if someone does come in with a big offer for him, they've got to give up a first and a third round pick next year. So you know, the Browns feel very comfortable about that.
3rd and 2. Winky pump fakes. Goes to the near sideline, and the pass is caught but out of bounds. Darrell Jackson out of bounds, and it's going to bring up 4th down now.
Yeah, but Darrell Jackson, how did he get that ball away from Bodden? It looked like that ball was going to be intercepted there in press coverage here, and Winky just underthrows this ball. It looks like Bodden has it, and next thing you know, Darrell Jackson pulls it out of there.
He did have it for a moment.
Just didn't have control with both feet down.
Second opportunity for Bodden to come away with a pick and unable to do it. The dangerous Cribbs back once again. And Lee sends it right to Cribbs, but a fair catch, and that's where the Browns will start inside their own 10.
After employing a running back by committee approach in 2006, the New York Jets knew they needed to find one player to become the man. In the offseason, they found him. By acquiring Thomas Jones from the Chicago Bears, the Jets have a big, tough, cold weather back that will carry the load for Eric Mangini's squad. Jones has rushed for more than 1,200 yards in each of the last 2 seasons. The Jets will be happy if Jones can duplicate those numbers in 2007.
Cubs and Yankee fans are like oil and water. Cubs and White Sox fans at the same dinner table? Bad idea. Despite their differences, fans do have one thing in common. Their heroes all wear Majestic Athletic, the official uniform supplier for all 30 Major League Baseball teams. Available now all over Europe at NASN.com.
Take a look at the yards, 99 for the Browns. Passing, Browns on top there. And first downs as well. The 49ers have come up short. Fourth down attempts as well. Jamal Lewis in the backfield. Derek Anderson hands off to Jamal Lewis. I mean, everybody's all ready for the postseason, including down in the truck, and we have flags down on the field, and we'll get to it in just a second.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 38, defense after the ball is dead, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Deshaun Goldson, the rookie out of Washington. All right, next Sunday, the NFL second season begins as the NFC's best teams go head-to-head to see which two have the drive, determination, and desire to advance to the championship game. Coverage of the NFC playoffs begins next Sunday with a wild card in high definition only on Fox. Everybody's ready for that. 14-0 Browns on top. The give to Lewis once again, trying to get outside. He's stretched out, and he is brought down by Marcus Douglas in his 7th year out of Howard. He leads the D linemen in tackles.
You know, Matt, we've been talking about Jamal Lewis and all the weapons that the Browns have on offense, but really it starts up front. And everybody will tell you, no matter what you have outside, your offensive line has to be good, and they went out and they did a good job of signing some guys. You can see the sacks, only 18 sacks allowed this year. They gave up 54 last year. So these guys, they brought in Joe Thomas, they drafted him, they signed Eric Steinbach. The left side of that line is very good. That's one of the reasons why this offense has been as good as it has been this year.
They provided much needed stability. Lewis to the near side, and he is hit hard and out of bounds, and that's going to bring up third down now.
You know,
Mark
going back
Roman
to
on the hit.
Yeah, going back to the offensive line, you can see how they put these guys together. They drafted Joe Thomas this year. They signed Steinbach. Hank Fraley, his contract was up. They re-signed him. And you know, Kevin Schaefer, they brought him in last year. And Ryan Tucker, he's the only guy that has kind of been in and out. You know, Steinbach started there the first 8 games, and now Tucker has finished the last 8, but they've been real stable up front. These guys have not only pass blocked well, but they've run blocked it. Been able to come off and be aggressive.
They've only used 6 offensive linemen. Tucker moved to right guard after Seth McKinney went down with a shoulder injury. On third down, pass intended for Winslow. And incomplete. Anderson under pressure. Rare sight there.
And that's one thing about this 49ers defense is they're going to bring pressure. And you just have to figure out where it's coming from. You're going to see off the edge. Right there, it's going to be Michael Lewis. He just comes in on Derek Anderson right here. Anderson kind of went down a little funny, like he held his hand a little bit there. You see him look down at his hand and make sure everything was okay.
Brady Quinn, the backup, he hasn't taken a snap in the regular season. Dave Zastudil to Michael Lewis. Lewis unable to go anywhere as he's brought down by Nick Sorensen. 49ers with the ball when we return.
Live the NFL this season on NASN. Your Sunday kicks off with a live NFL countdown preparing you for 3 live action-packed games. Then on Monday, start your week off with more football action and 2 first-run games followed by NFL Primetime, Monday Night Countdown, and ESPN's Monday Night Football Live. Catch daily news and analysis from the experts with NFL Total Access every weekday. And see the best weekly magazine shows including NFL Game Day, Who Is, and Top 10. And as the top teams fight for playoff places, NASN will bring you even more live crucial clinching games. With all this great NFL action, NASN is the only network for true football fans. Log on to NASN.com for scheduling and information.
XGames.com is the year-round online destination for action sports from around the world. We've got the latest vids, bios, photo galleries, and news 24/7, 365. Moto, BMX, skate, rally, surf, and the exclusive home of the X Games. If it happened in the world of action sports, it'll be on XGames.com. Bookmark it and log on early and often. Anytime, any place. XGames.com.
Derek Anderson being brought in back to the locker room.
You can see on this throw, you got to put a lot of velocity on any throw, but look at, he hits the helmet of Michael Lewis with his throwing hand and immediately grabs that hand. You can see on that follow through, his hand just hits the top of the helmet and the face mask. I'm telling you, that doesn't look good.
And Brady Quinn starting to take snaps on the far side of the field as Winky connects with Darrell Jackson. And Brady Quinn, as I mentioned, hasn't taken a snap yet this season, and there's so much talk. Derek Anderson, Brady Quinn, when Brady going to get a shot?
Well, people wanted to see Brady Quinn today anyway because this game has no meaning really on the playoff picture. And Romeo said, no, we're playing to win, and now obviously they're going to be forced to play Brady Quinn, and now he's going to get a chance to get in and get some experience.
2nd and 3, the handoff. Gore bounces outside, breaks free from Wembley, and Gore's able to pick up a first down and more. Let's go down to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, and Tony Rizzo. Riz?
Guys, Derek Anderson going in. He's going to have the thumb looked at. Brady Quinn is warming up. He has yet to play for the Browns this season. Anderson has started every game except for the first. Of course, remember Charlie Fry got the start there. Cleveland fans have been looking forward to see what Quinn could do. May get their chance here coming up.
All righty, a gain of 16 for Gore. It looks cold down there. Good thing we got the heater up here in the booth. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Gore picking his spot, and he's close to the 50-yard line, and a pickup of 2 as Sean Smith brings him down.
This offense is going to be pretty basic today. Chris Winkie was only signed 2 weeks ago and, still learning. He only has a number of plays that he's really comfortable with. They had to cut down the passing plays for him because obviously, there's not enough time for him to learn all that. So they're going to be very basic, and you're going to see a lot of Frank Gore, a lot of handoffs, and when they do throw it, it's not going to be timing stuff. It's going to be more down the field type of throws for Chris Winkie.
Winkie on the give once again. This one to Hicks. Hicks has the first down. Hicks still on his feet before he's tackled from behind by the 36-year-old Bobby Hamilton. And a gain of 18, and that's where the Browns have so many times this year have just hurt themselves up front, that run defense.
Yeah, and that's what the 49ers have to do. They're going to pound the run because obviously that's their strength and the weakness of the Browns defense. So they're going to continue pound the run, Frank Gore, Maurice Hicks, and then work the play action passes. That allowed some pressure to be off of Chris Winkie, and And like I said, they're not going to throw a lot of timing routes because there is no timing between Weinke and these wide receivers right now.
This Weinke 3 weeks ago was enjoying a weekend in New York City with his wife, and here he is in Cleveland on the give once again, and brought down by DeQuell Jackson. And Weinke told us, he said, you look at the offense and it's a little bit of the West Coast and then slash Norv Turner vertical game.
Yeah, and he's seen it all because obviously he's not a rookie. He's been in the league 7 years, but you know, to be able to come in 2 weeks and the formations, a lot of shifting, a lot of motioning, the terminology is what's tough for a guy like Chris Weinke or any guy to come in and pick up.
And remember, he played in that West Coast style with George Seifert his rookie year for the Carolina Panthers when they went 1-15. Second down now for the 49ers and 7. Weinke under pressure, throws it downfield, and Arnez Battle is unable to hold on to it with Lee Bodden all over him. And let's send it to Big C out in LA for a game break. Kurt?
All right, Matt. Green Bay Packers already have the #2 seed in the NFC wrapped up, so nothing to play for except fun against the Lions. And Favre finds Bubba Franks and then has some. With referee Pete Morelli, how about this? A low 5 or 2 or 3. It's 21-3 right now. Packers on top in the second quarter. Back to the other Matt and the same old JC.
I'll be the same old Kurt. But that's pretty funny. Do you get a fine for that? The ref is a prop then, right?
Hey, saw what happened last week. There is a fine and a timeout taken by the 49ers. 1-6 on third downs here in the first half. And the Green Bay Packers, the NFC North Division in a first round bye, along with the Dallas Cowboys, who won the East Division, and they have home field advantage throughout.
It's going to be tough for people to have to go through Green Bay. I mean, ultimately, it's going to end up going through Dallas, but you know, Green Bay is tough, and now they found a running game with Ryan Grant. They're playing well right now. They're going to be tough.
You look at the top 2 seeds, their first seed since 1995. They haven't won a playoff game since 1996, JC, the Dallas Cowboys.
And I think that's going to change this year.
I think you might be right. And then everybody was retiring Brett Favre quite some time ago, and he's come out this year, and he's been just on fire.
Yeah, and now he's got some help. Early in the year, it was all on him. They threw the ball almost every down, and he really put that team on his back. And now they've developed a running game with Ryan Grant, and now they're much more balanced, which makes Brett Favre that much more dangerous because now you got to be concerned with the run as well.
Third and long. Nickel situation for the Browns. Vickers in motion. Bodden comes off of the edge, applies pressure, and Walker gets the first down, and a flag is down as Weinke went down.
And that's going to come back.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 95. A blow to the helmet. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well,
Cameron Wembley.
Yeah, I thought they signaled holding early, but going to get roughing the passer. Here's Wembley. Just coming around on that stunt. And yeah, just helmet to helmet right there. Anytime you hit the quarterback with your helmet, they're going to call you for that.
And so that'll move the 49ers closer to the goal line with 4:27 remaining here in the second quarter. Wembley, you know, seen a ton of attention this year. Last year had 11 sacks, a rookie record for the Browns, and this season he leads the team, but he has just 5.
Only 5, and he's already come out and said that he's vowed to work